Good evening, students. I'll start with the class. In the previous class, we had seen all the basic dimensions, how to calculate for the given formula. Today we'll solve problem, or you can say application. Application of dimensional analysis. So these are purely problems. Okay, we have to solve the problem. So first, why we have to do it? Current went down, so just there for some time. Current is fluctuating. Actually, something is wrong. If you're not able to see the board and all, just let me know. We'll start. To check the correctness of a given physical relation. Okay, so one formula will be given to you, any random formula they will give you, and we have to check whether that particular given formula is correct or not. So I'll directly start with an example. Okay, for the first question, so that time only I'll straight away explain to you. The question will come like this: check the correctness of the equation. S is equal to ut plus half at square. So like this, one formula will be given to you, and what exactly this means also will be given. So they are telling you here where S is the displacement, U is initial velocity, A is acceleration, and T is time. So this is your question given to you. Now we have to check whether any given formula is correct or not. So we have learned the dimension, this is T, okay? So the solution will start how is, every formula will be having a left hand side and a right hand side. Okay, so what we have to do is we have to check the dimensions of my left hand side and check the dimensions on the right hand side. If both the sides the dimensions are matching, that means the formula is correct. We know how to find dimensions of length, mass, time, velocity, acceleration, all the units we have seen. density, then pressure, stress, strain, like that. So this will be given. We have to find the dimensions left hand side and the right hand side. So I'll start with the left hand side first. We'll write the question off and give. Now they have told S means displacement. Displacement means what? Can anyone tell me? What will be the dimension out of those columns which I had given to you all? Displacement will be what exactly is this unit? What will be the physical quantity measured for displacement? Out of the table 1 to 27, what is means displacement? Whether it is area we check, whether it is time, whether it is length, whether it is mass, whether it is acceleration, what is that? Displacement means what?
Length.
Yes, it will be length. Okay, so my left hand side is S. S means you have to know displacement means length. If you want, you can write and keep. So for S, we'll have to write the dimension of the length. So you know always how to write the dimension. This is fixed. MLT. Length means only length power will be 1, remaining will be 0. So this is my left hand side. Now we'll calculate the dimensions of the right hand side. UT plus half AT square. U means what they mentioned, initial velocity. Whether it is saying initial velocity, final velocity, that should not bother us. What exactly you have to look out for is U is for velocity. If they have told, you have to write the dimension for velocity. So velocity, you know that it is speed. Speed means distance upon time. So if you directly know it by heart, the dimension of velocity, no problem, you can directly substitute. But suppose if you don't know it by heart, you can always check, because you know that velocity is what? Quickly you can check speed upon time. So we'll have to know the basic one, speed one, and then calculate. I taught you all already. The column number, the serial number 7, physical quantity, speed of velocity. Okay, that will be distance, and this will be time. Okay, speed will be distance upon time. MLT upon MLT. So for distance, length is 1, rest is 0. For time, time is 1, rest is 0. And then quickly you can calculate. So this will be M0, 0 minus 0, 1 minus 0. If you have understood the entire table, how it is done, this is very simple. Velocity will be distance upon time. Okay. So we know that what is the dimension for speed. So just substitute. Speed or velocity means the same. So substitute U means the dimension of velocity, M0, L1, T minus 1, into dimension of time. T is for time, MLT. So T will be 1, rest will be 0. Then plus, whenever there is any pure number, no, don't take it, okay? Number will not be considered. Don't put half and all. Just normal substitute only the dimension. Constant will never have any dimension. So what you do is ignore the 2 and then put dimension of acceleration. So acceleration's dimension is mlt, this is 0, 1, and this is minus 2, into t square. mlt, this will be 0 square. This is multiplication sign, okay, in the middle. And now we have to calculate. So this plus term is when we have this. So this into this multiplication we have to solve first. So multiplication means there's a multiply sign is the powers will always get added. So power will be 0 plus 0. Then L will be 1 plus 0. And T will be minus 1 plus 2. There's a plus sign in the middle. Then this into this. So before that, multiplying there's a square term. Don't start multiplying first only. First square you do. So we'll write this as it is. M L T and then square. Square means every power will get multiplied by 2. So 0 into 2 will give me 0. And this also will give me 0. And 1 into 2 will give me 2. Now there's a multiplication sign. There's no power left now. Power you gave already inside. Now you can add the power. This is 0. 1 plus 0. T will be 0. 0 plus 0 will be 0. 1 plus 0 will be 1. And minus 2 plus 2 will give me 0. Directly I skip that step and return. Minus 2 plus 2 and then directly write down. Now anyone who has not understood till this step wants me to repeat again any step, please ask.
Teacher, what about half? 1 upon 2.
1 upon 2 I told you, half is not a dimension. Okay, half is a constant. Constant not to be taken, not to be considered. Any pure number like this half, you might have different values also will come up like cos theta, then some pi also will come across. As we solve many problems, you'll come to know that these are constants which are not to be taken. So coefficients not to be taken. And now there's no need to add this, okay? In this dimensional analysis, whenever you come across this plus sign or minus sign, remember that okay, this is equivalent, plus, minus, okay, it's like equals. You can just ignore that plus sign or minus sign. It's almost equivalent to equal to sign in dimensions. We'll be solving also problems. Wherever there is plus sign, we'll have to just put as equal to sign. So if there is a plus sign or minus sign, just ignore it. If there is a multiplication sign, definitely you have to add the power. But if there's a plus sign or minus sign, you have to ignore and keep the problem like this. When so now both of them should have the same power. See, this one is also having same, this one is also having same, and this one is also having same. And look at the left hand side. So every dimension over here is having the same power. Left hand side also is having same power. Right hand side dimensions are also having same power. Okay, everything is same. So that's why left hand side equal to right hand side. If these powers were different, no, then you cannot ignore the plus sign. Then there's something wrong with the formula. Okay, both are same, means you can just ignore and then see all of them are having same. And then you can say left hand side equals to right hand. And then final statement. Therefore, the physical equation is dimensionally correct. or the whatever, or only if they have given equation, say the equation is dimensionally correct. Final statement, okay? This, even if you don't write it, so this should be that the equation is dimensionally correct. Now we'll do one more problem. We'll be solving many problems based on this. So, no, if you have any doubts in the second one, you can ask. Second one, the formula given to you, the equation given to you is half mv square is equal to mgh. Now we have to check whether this formula is correct or not. Okay, now they will definitely give what all these letters mean. M is the mass, V is the velocity, G is acceleration due to gravity, and H is height. Suppose if you are not getting left hand side equals to right hand side, then obviously the formula is wrong. Now we have to check whether this given formula now is correct or not. So take your left hand side first. I take the left hand side. Half mv square. But while this, I told you, taking the substituting the dimensions, you can ignore this, the constant. So half is not to be considered while calculating. Now m means mass. Put the dimension of mass. You have to practice all the dimensions, huh? Because no one will give you the values of the dimension. So mass is mLT. Mass will be 1 because it's mass, and rest will be 0. Velocity dimension, so that is speed dimension. Okay, speed or velocity, I told you is the same. That will be m0 L1 c minus, and there's a square term. Whenever there is a square term, never first add the powers, because there's multiplication. Priority goes to the square first. First square all the this. Square in the sense first multiply. Take the power inside. Only when the both the powers are same, then only you can add this inside power. So don't add first 1 plus 0 and then multiply by 2. Everything will go wrong. So left hand side. All the this multiply by 2. L2 C minus. And now add the power. So no need to write this extra step. You can directly add in your mind only and then write 1 plus 0 is 1. Those who are struggling still, for them I'm writing. This will be 0 plus 2 and then 0 minus. So your left hand side value is M1 L2 C minus. Now take the right hand side. M, acceleration due to gravity or simple acceleration, I told you it means the same. So basically for G you have to put the dimensions of acceleration. Mass is mlt. Acceleration m0 L1 t minus 2. And height means always length. Height is always in terms of measured in terms of length, means meters. So you have to put dimensions of length. So length means this is one, that is this. Now all the three are multiplications. Okay. So all the powers will get added at the same time. This will be m, every corresponding, and L, this power plus this power. If there was a plus sign, you cannot, then only these two. If all are multiplication, then only powers will get added. These are getting the same. And use this bracket only, don't use any round bracket, curly bracket. This is a fixed one. So this will be same as your left hand side. So right then left hand side is equal to right hand side. Therefore, given equation or the equation is dimensionally correct. Everywhere we have to write the same thing. Given equation or equation is dimensionally correct. Any doubts in the second one? You all have doubts? Then also. Today the whole day has been like this only current. I was not even sure whether I would be able to take class because I rely on Wi-Fi. Current goes off and Wi-Fi goes off. But I have UPS backup just for some time. Third one. F is the force. S is displacement. Now you have to know displacement means length. Then M is mass. V is velocity. And U is, V is final velocity. U is initial velocity. So now we have to check whether this given formula is correct or not. Now whether it is final, I said, whether it is initial, doesn't matter. The word you should look for velocity. So this also means the same. And for this one also dimension will be same. That you have to put the dimension of the speed there. You can always start solving, don't wait for me to solve. Anytime anything goes wrong also you can always cancel and write. No one will give you marks for your, this book neatness, like if you have cancelled or all that. Okay, now you are in science stream. The more you cancel, the more you scribble, the more you will learn. This is left hand side. So put the dimensions of force, put the dimension of displacement, that is length. So force is m1 L1 And definitely, at least this length and all is very simple. By now you all must be knowing. Mass, length, time, they are the basic ones. And as you keep solving many problems, automatically you tend to remember. You don't have to sit and waste time in calculating it. 1 plus 0. Again, I'm repeating, this step is not compulsory. You can skip and directly write your answer. Now, take the right hand side. So this half you can ignore. Put the dimensions of mass. Put the dimensions of velocity. Again, minus sign, ignore this half again. Again, mass into, there is a square, okay? Not fitting this, I just wrote it as that. It's not clear, I'll write again quickly. I'm solving this bit slow because some of them they don't get range and all, no? Like delay, then they'll miss this. Okay, I just wrote it again. So now, always priority to the power I told you. First, multiply the power inside. So M 0, then this will be 1 into 2, and then P. Now, there's a multiply sign, so powers will get added. Same like your first problem, you have noticed that there are two terms. Okay, these two terms, there's a power is the same, but there's a minus sign here. So you can just ignore this and look at the left hand side. We have got left hand side also. Same. So as long as all these three are same, you know that left hand side is equal to right hand side. Just write there, left hand side equals to right hand side, and therefore the equation is dimensionally correct. If anyone having doubt in the third one, you can ask. Next year, you all are not asking anyways. I'm supposed to send you some problems to solve. You can solve them and see. Fourth one. Small is given. T is time period. L is length, increase acceleration due to gravity. Now, if you notice, there's a root sign, okay? So what to be done when there's a root sign? It becomes difficult to solve with root, so we'll try to get rid of the root sign first. First, we'll simplify before starting to solve the left-hand side and the right-hand side. So I'll just write the equation again. This is pi means there's a constant, you know that 3.14 will be the value. Now, what we'll do to get rid of the square root sign, whenever you see a square root, this will be a fixed square on both sides. You have to square the equation on both the sides. So how it will look after squaring, this side also you are squaring, and the whole thing you are squaring. Everything the whole square, this side also everything the whole square. Now, whenever there is a power and many terms are inside, the power belongs to every single term. So this anyways t, the whole square will give me t square only. Now, 2 square, then pi square, then L upon G is the whole. Then root and square always cancel. So what you will get is t is equal to 4 pi square, 2 square will be 4 pi square, and then L upon. So this is basically your formula now, which you have got rid of the root sign. It could be a small g also, it could be a capital G also. Doesn't matter, but they will specify that capital G is acceleration due to gravity. Irrespective of that, dimensions will remain same, whether it is capital G or small g. Sometimes in some formulas you give it as capital.
This on the T there is a square sign, no?
Square here. Yeah. Now we start with the left hand side, which is t square. So t means time period, so put the dimensions of time. So this is very simple. Only time will have is a square. After squaring, 1 into 2 will give it 2. Again, I'm repeating 1 into this gets multiplied, not square. Don't write it as 1 square and write 1 square is 1. Everything will go wrong. Powers will be multiplied. Yes. Right hand side 4. So this part is a constant. Because you know pi value is 3.14. So it's like a number only. So although we write in the formula, but while checking for the dimensions, you can ignore this part. And then put the dimensions. L means length. So N, L, T, length only will have this. And acceleration due to gravity. So put this for acceleration. So it is M0, L1, and T will be minus 2. Now it is division, numerator upon denominator. So what you have to do, always take the powers from the denominator up. And when they are been taken up, the sign change is, if here it is plus, it will become minus. As for that, what you will get is m 0 minus 0, 1 minus 1, here 0. Here it is already minus 2, and when you take it up, it will become plus 2. And then you will get m 0, and 1 minus 1 will be 0, this will be plus 2. So left hand side equals to right hand side. Write that left hand side equals to right hand side. Therefore, the equation is dimensionally correct. This one, beta p it is. This is rho. Here v is the velocity, p is pressure, rho. Rho means how to pronounce. I told you density. The symbol is read as rho. So obviously you know the dimensions for velocity, you don't know the dimensions for pressure, and you should know the dimensions for density. So take your left hand side and you have to practice that table again and again, the starting one. Otherwise, if you don't know the dimensions, how to calculate at least the basic formula. So you know pressure will be what. If you don't know again what is pressure, at least if you know that pressure is force upon area, and you know the dimension of force and area, you can calculate. Practice till you get perfect with it. So take the left hand side. That is simple. Straight away, just one dimension. Nothing to calculate. Velocity and speed. Now, right hand side. Pressure upon density. So pressure is m1 minus 1. And then density m1 L3 and T0. Now calculate. You can anyone tell me what is the answer, whether it is correct or wrong.
Not equal.
Yes, it is not coming equal. Dimensions are not same. Because what you are going to get is, after taking this to the numerator, this will be this will be 0, this will be minus 4, and this will be minus 2. Obviously, if you compare, they are not the same dimension. Even though this might be same, but all the three powers will be matching with this one solved. So left hand side is not equal to right hand side. Therefore, this equation is dimensionally not correct or incorrect, you can say. Incorrect. Or if you want, you can say not correct. However, your college they use, then you can write. Next one. Frequency is time, m is mass, L is length. In this formula, what is to be done? First step, will you directly substitute left hand side and right hand side? What to do?
Remove the root sign.
Yes, you have to remove the root sign. So square on both the sides. So everything will get squared. This will become, you can write an extra step on, no problem. Directly writing, and this will become t upon n. Everything will get squared. So this will become 2 square, which is 4, and will become square, and this, the whole square, root and square will cancel. You will get like this. Now take the left hand side. That is frequency. So you know the dimensions of frequency we have calculated. Frequency we had seen 1 upon time. 1 upon time means it will go up and become -1. Because it's always frequency is 1 by time. So it would have been like this. And then after taking it off, it becomes -1. And there's a square here. Okay, right. Then start calculating the right hand side. There's been no current from a long time. Just my PS might go off once. If it goes off, my Wi-Fi will go. Today since 9 o'clock, there's been no current. And I've saved my phone battery also. I did not teach, like we all have sent some solutions also, math students. Not check them too much. To later I check on current comes. This is right hand side. Now here, don't take L as a constant. I'm not given you all what it means. Okay, formula is na frequency. I think I've given it. But I'm not given just this. This is time. This is mass. L is for length. Okay. So length definitely is not a constant. So just because we were ignoring that pi square and all, what students do on this, whatever comes with a constant, they ignore it. The whole thing they cancel. Here only one, this 4 is a constant. Only 4 you don't have to substitute, rest all to be substituted. So this is m, length means 1. Then there will be a square. Now if there is no sign, then there is a multiplication sign. Sign will be MLT upon MLT. Time and mass will be, for mass m will be 1 and the rest will be 0. For time m and l will be 0, t will be 1. So there are two ways you can calculate. First we'll square this. So this will be m0 l2, and then this will go up. I'll write the whole thing again. Either you can multiply this to this and then take it up, or first take it up and then take this one also, whichever way you want. Okay, so it's like you can multiply because there's a multiplication sign, so this will get multiplied also. The numerator I'll keep there only, and these powers will get added. Okay. Or else first you can take this up and then take this up with this step. Both the ways will get the same answer. This is the m. Now take this up. This will go up, become -2. And then okay. So what is happening? I am getting the same answer.
Miss, how length is -2?
This two went up, no?
Okay.
So now what is happening? This is not the same, no? Left hand side is, are you getting it equals to right hand side? No. So this is left hand side not equal to right hand side. Well, it is not correct. Now the same formula, you see, even the letter which they give, it makes a big difference. Same formula I'm giving. So you have to be careful also while reading. So this is 12 only, root of t upon m. Here what they're saying is frequency L is called n. Okay. Then T is for force. And m is mass per unit length. Now Now you have to put different dimensions based on the letter what it means. T means suppose 4 here, so you have to put the dimensions of 4. So just simply don't look at T there and say, that is time period for exam and then put time. Read the letters properly, what exactly it means. So here T means 4. So now same way you will calculate, but instead of T we'll have to put the 4th dimension. So first square on both the sides. Left hand side will be same as the previous problem. So left hand side, you get that only. Now right hand side. Now this is to be ignored. Length only, L is for length. So that will remain the same. Now here force now. Put the dimensions of force, not time. T is for force. M1, L1 and T minus 2. And here this is mass per unit length. Read properly, this is not simply mass. Mass per means upon. So mass per unit length. Per means always whatever is the next one will go here. So mass is what? So we have to calculate this part. Mass per unit length. So this is anyways 1, 0, 0. Length will be what? 1. And now calculate. This will go up. So 1 minus 0 will be 1. Then 0, 1 will go up. So it will be minus 1. And here, so here you have to put this value. And now you calculate. So square this. Any doubts? Anyone who has not understood this? Can ask them. If they had said simply mass, then we have to put only the mass form. Now just because they said mass per unit length, so that's why per means upon length. So once you substitute, then you can calculate. Okay. Now we'll do the other way around. For the same problem, I say this method now. Whether if you don't want to multiply here, you can take the other way. First I'll solve this. Keep this below the side. You can do this way also, no issues. However you want. This will go 1 minus 1. Minus will become plus. Even though this is multiplication, it's like 1 upon a into b is what? B by a. 1 upon. Just because this is multiplication, don't add the powers here directly. It's in the denominator and this fellow is in the numerator. So it actually, if you want to see, it looks like this. Right here. Some of them must be thinking what basic things I'm telling. But there are students who struggle with this. This online is at no 10 standard. Earlier time pass, some of them have jumped into science. So 0 minus 0 is 3 minus 2. I got 3 there. Just check what I got. Which I cannot just calculate. Okay. This was the one. After taking out 1 minus 1 and plus 1. Like this, huh? And then I got like this. M0 L2 it is, huh? Like this. Let's see if I had written by mistake 3. Just correct it. This is 1 plus 1 will give you 2. And then this power I'll take it up. And then it will be same as your left hand side. Left hand side equals to right hand. Any confusion in this? Can ask. Next one. This one it will 4b d cube and y. This sign is called delta. If you want to read, delta is given to you as depression produced in the middle of bar length. Depression produced in the middle of bar length. That I'll explain what to be taken as. M is mass. G is obviously acceleration due to gravity. L is length, B is breadth, D is depth, Y is Young's modulus. Young's modulus of material of the bar. This bar is not the drinking bar. The bar will be some like sponge bar or something like that. Like block. Okay, a rectangular block. So that would be like a bar. So these are the dimensions given to you. The formula wise, suppose now we have to check what all. This is simple. Here we have to put this. What is that? Dimension of mass. Here we have to put dimension of acceleration. Here length means obviously length only. Breadth is also length. We'll be measuring in terms of length only, how much distance. So that length dimension only. Depth means how deep it is. Again, it's like height. Depth means how much deep it is. So that also will be in terms of length, because we'll be measuring the distance. Depth means distance. Anything with related to distance is length. L will be 1. And Young's modulus I've already given to you last time. You have to just remember the dimension I told you. That is M1. Young's modulus dimension is M1, L minus 1 and T minus. Now this one. Depression produced in the middle of the bar length. Looking at the length itself, we will understand. Depression means, suppose if you have a sponge, if you put some force on it, it will depress, means compress. So there will be a depression. Depression like this something. So you have to measure how much inside it is gone. So how much inside it is gone, definitely what you'll be measuring, how much the length inside. So if this is 10 centimeters, how much depression? Obviously you'll be calculating in terms of distance. So depression also you have to take as length. So you have to substitute the dimension of length for depression. This is a hint. Okay, so now you know all of this. Take your left hand side and substitute delta. Delta means your depression. Very simple. You have to just write the dimension of length here. This is my left hand side. Length means only L will be 1. That's it. So this is my left hand side. Then right hand side you take M. This is mass. Acceleration. As you keep solving, no, most of them you will get by hearted automatically. What is acceleration and all the basic, which keeps repeating mostly. Acceleration, then velocity. A common one. Then L cube. L means length. The whole cube upon 4 you don't have to take constant. Breadth you have to take. Breadth means length only I told you. This will give. Then depth. Depth also in terms of length, cube. And then Young's modulus. Substitutions, any doubts you can ask. So everything, what is the depression, breadth, depth, length is same as length only. Good, that is distance. And now first simplify the powers. Don't keep any big powers up. So just take it inside and then you can calculate. One into 3 will give me 3. Cube, no? So this will become 3. So add all the powers now because all are multiplication. All the powers m 0 plus 0. And now simplify first. This is minus 1. By mistake I wrote it as plus. Correct this. Young's modulus. No? Thank you. Minus 1 plus 1 cancels. You'll get 3 only. If you have noticed, you should inform us. You all are just copying IP. You know, you calculate. Now take on top. M 1 minus 1, 4 minus 3, minus 2. If you take on top, it will become plus 2, 0, L1, T6. Hence you see both left hand side and right hand side is same.
It shows that L is 1 plus 3 minus 1, and over at the end in the top it is L1,
Ah,
L3, and 1 here.
I have not corrected here. Yeah. Here it's gone like this inside.
Okay, okay.
Inside. Yeah, this is minus 1, Young's modulus. So that's it. 1 and minus 1 will cancel. We will get next one. Then you write on, don't forget to write it, therefore the equation is dimensionally correct. H is equal to 2s cos theta. H is the height. S is surface tension. Rho is density. And G is acceleration due to gravity. Sometimes they may give you only gravity also. Okay, but you should understand it is acceleration due to gravity. So H is the left hand side. Height means length. And L T. This will be 0. Then here right hand side will be 2 and cos theta. R I have not given now. R is the radius. Can anyone tell me what dimension will take for radius? How do we measure? Yes, length. So radius will obviously be in terms of length. So exams they will not specify, that it's understood. You have to know radius, how do we measure like length in terms of distance. R, 2 and here 2 is a constant and even cos theta is a constant. Cos theta, sin theta, if you come across, it will be a constant. Because we have not studied anything for cos theta dimension. It's like cos 30. Cos 30 would be root 3 by 2. It would be some value. Like cos 0 would have been 0. Cos whichever way 90. Cos 0 would have been 1. So it depends on your theta. So this is basically a constant. So 2 and S, this is not to be written. So what will come up? Only the dimension of S. S is the surface tension. So write dimension of surface tension. That is M1, L0, T is minus. Radius means length. Density. Write this for density and then acceleration due to gravity. M1, L minus 3, T0. Acceleration due to gravity is same as acceleration M0, L1, T minus. Now you calculate all are multiplied. So all the powers will get added or add all the 3 powers of the denominator. And then you take it on top last. If you know the basic calculations, it's very simple. It can be done within half a minute, this problem. If you're struggling in adding and subtracting only, then you'll waste time. 2, 0 plus 1 plus 0, L1 minus 3 plus 1. Upon m1, then minus 3 plus 2, minus 1. Then final step, 1 minus 1, 0 plus 1, and then notice it is same as the height dimension, left hand side is equal to the right hand. Okay, I'll give you all for homework. I'll send, okay, send in the group only. Let's stop here. Around 5 or 6 I'll give you 6 attendance. Next class we'll be solving different type of problems, slightly different from this. Okay, those are finished. Can leave.